Hello, chat.
Hello.
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 Hi.
Hope you're in for a very interesting time today, because there's gonna be not one, but 2 streams today.
Ooh.
So it'll be Varaxes now, and tonight there'll be Infamy of Yulia, more of the villains campaign.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
A stream of Palooza.
Yeah. Let's see, do I have everything open? I do. Also, same warning as last time, there is construction going on currently in my house, so if you hear any knocking or the like, that's what you're hearing, and we're gonna try our best to ignore it, because that's all we can really do.
If we hear any loud banging noises, we can just assume that someone's punching Buckley in the distance.
Yeah. With a hammer.
Oh, absolutely.
It's the primary weapon of a cleric.
Mhm. True. Yeah, if everyone is ready, we can hop on in.
Ooh, nice.
Yep.
Alrighty. Let's see here. Let me open the recap. So, where is he? There he is. So, as usual, you all see Bone Snap with his tome by the fire. Ah, Growl's campus. Good memories there. Well, let's delve in, shall we? Last time, the party paid a visit to Winston to inquire on if he could get the group closer to Shanghai to shorten their travel. Winston was able to make Crow into a familiar for Palm. He sent a letter to the mayor of Akram for Talos and a word to the local guild, and got the group to Arengate by a teleportation circle. The party ended up in the headmaster's office of Crowl's Academy of Extraordinary Adventurers, where the group met Hark and Crowl. Crowl mentioned dealing with a situation on the campus at the moment, and the party decided to lend their aid, as there were students disappearing. The group went to the campus security office, meeting the campus security officer, Alman Stout, who filled the group in on the disappearances, stating that there might be some kind of creature around causing it, as it's happened in the past. The party was directed to ask around some of the dorms for details, and they quickly learned of a disappearance of a Dacian student in the Silver Weapon Dormitory. Following the scent of the lost student, Ponto followed his nose to the campus library, where the group met Chauncey, the assistant librarian, and were led into a secret passage beneath the library, where the group met an undead dragon named Mortimer. The party ventured into a seemingly bottomless coffin with Mortimer at their side, finding an underground dungeon where students were being kept in cages. The group did some recon and learned that the one behind everything was a Vasani by the name of Buckley, someone who had caused a lot of trouble on campus in the past and was previously expelled. He was in communication with some kind of celestial entity, which the party concluded might have ties to the God-Slaying Order. A successful ambush, the group knocked him out and freed the imprisoned students, bringing them back to the library. Alman met up with the group, as well as the campus monster studies professor, Teddy Sullivan, who tended to the students who needed healing. The party filled him in on what happened, including the burning of holy symbols, the orb Buckley was communicating with, and the fact that all the students who were taken were cleric students. The party agreed to take Buckley with them to the campus security office, where they'd meet up with Crowl and Teddy's husband, Bennett, a former detective. That's where we pick up. I can't wait to see what they get up to this time. And that is where we pick up. Also, I just looked over at chat. Thank you for the gift subs.
Yeah.
Enjoy the subs, everyone. Alrighty, let's see. Where is it? There it is. Alright. So we pick up on the campus, and I actually have a map for you this time. It might take a moment to load because it is huge. This is the map I used in the original game. I spent quite a while making.
Oh, nice.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yes, this is the campus you all find yourselves on. You all are currently up in the library, ready to make your way on down. Yes, as to give a quick refresher, you all have just come up from the secret passageway and I've just finished speaking to Chauncey, as well as the security officer, Halmond, and Teddy, the monster studies professor. And you're currently taking Buckley back to the campus security office, which I will pull you down to now. Where's the party icon? There you are. So, upon arriving back at the campus security office, you all make your way inside, and Halmond sets Buckley down. He lays him down in one of the chairs. So, was everything okay? For the most part. Aside from, all the students that went missing, is everything able to be resolved?
Oh
At
yeah,
least
the
right
big
now.
dragon guy came along and helped us out.
Oh, that's good to hear. Oh, you met Mortimer then?
Indeed.
So, yeah, this one's caused a lot of trouble in the past. We'd be here for a while if I listed everything he did. He broke a student's arm, he, summoned a demon, he sided with an archbane, and almost got several people killed. He did a lot of bad things. But,
Sounds like a complete turd.
yes.
A right unsavory fellow indeed.
And he's still, Buckley is still asleep. He is still thoroughly knocked out as he lays in the chair.
Can Talus go over and search him?
Sure. Make me an investigation check.
All right. Let's see. That's a 15.
Alright. So, searching him, you find that he has you find his magic focus, which seems to be a small purple orb. Also find a scroll. Specifically a summoning scroll.
Right. He'll roll the orb to Pontu. And he'll hand the scroll over to Two Candles.
Ho 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 ho.
All right. Candles is gonna unroll that sucker and take a look at what might be going on with that.
Alright, make me an Arcana check.
All right. That's a 2. I don't think she's gonna make that.
Can I use the help action to give advantage to Two Candles?
Sure.
All right. Thank you, Barney. And let's take a look at that. Much better. That is a total of 17.
Alright.
Nice.
So, looking at this scroll, it seems to be linked to necrotic energies, and as you kind of sift through the various sigils and symbols on the scroll, you can see that this scroll would be used to summon something called a necrophage manticore.
Oh dear.
That sounds horrifying.
What is that?
That sounds interesting.
York will go over and kind of peer up at the scroll. What did you find?
Can we see if we'd be familiar with what a necrophage manticore would be?
I'll take either another Arcana check or a nature check. Your choice.
Oh yeah, I'm going nature and nat 20.
All right.
Nice.
So, necrophage manticores originated from the Uzdayan archipelago, but they have kind of started to make their way more inland, especially with the Grand Convergence happening. But they are manticores with a kind of necrotic energy that courses through them, and typically they aren't very harmful. They're just very territorial. They tend to live in caves. They don't really attack much unless they come near them, but they are also very dangerous.
Hmm.
Was he planning on using this on the captured students, or I can imagine if he loosed this thing in a library or an assembly.
Or maybe it was for us. But we kicked his butt too quick.
I don't
Or
think he
he's
knew we were
no-
there.
There's no real way of knowing that. I doubt this person never met us.
Also, I don't think he realized we were even there before we beat him unconscious.
Yeah, we sure got the drop on him.
Yep. And we know he was working with it's some form of cult.
Yeah, he seems to be working with the Godslayers.
Were they the ones who took down was it Helm?
Yeah, it was 4 years ago.
It might be worth questioning him should he rouse.
Well, it seems like, at least from when I was carrying him, he seems pretty knocked out. I imagine
Oh,
he'd
I
be
can see if I
stirring.
can help with that. And Ponto's gonna toddle over and slap him on the face and cast Cure Wounds.
Alrighty.
Just one solid, just wake up!
And sure enough, you do manage to awake him. He very slowly awakes and looks around, and he just kind of phrases, saying that he has been tied up. And he just kind of stares forward.
There we go. He's up now. We have questions.
Well, I don't plan on answering them.
Oh, Are you sure? Going to slip out a bewitching poison.
Ooh.
So he is going to need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Alright.
DC 13.
That is a 14.
Damn.
He's just kind of staring blankly at you.
Okay. You're pretty tough.
Not
Well, not
particularly.
Yeah, it's what I was about to say.
You should let me go, or I'll get my dad.
Well,
He's a mercenary.
Oh, but
Our
if you don't
mercenaries good at
leave,
Hellman
you can't get your dad.
Hellman walks over. Didn't your dad say he wasn't gonna help you after last time? And you see Buckley shoot him kind of a glare.
I never knew mercenaries were good at resurrecting people.
Also, like, we're effectively mercenaries at this time. Like, how is this a threat?
He's better than you.
Did he train you? Because if so, I don't think so.
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it.
His dad is a good mercenary, but he last time this kind of thing happened, when he found out what Buckley was doing, he said that he didn't want much to do with him, so I doubt he'd come to his rescue.
At least his dad has good judgment.
Yeah, his father did nothing wrong when he was around. In fact, he helped pay for the damages that happened.
Oh, so Buckley, it looks like Daddy's not going to come help you. And I'm sure when your little cult friends find out what's happening, they're probably not going to help you either. If anything, they'll probably just cut their losses with you.
Oh, I was in the room. They said if he failed, it would be really, really bad.
Oh, if you failed, it'd be really, really bad. So, guess what just happened, Buckley?
So what do you want?
Well, to our friend Candle's original point, we got questions. You're going to answer 'em.
Whatever. Ask him.
All right.
What did we ask him?
You're working with the Godslayers, correct?
Yeah.
What were they asking you to do with these students? Besides killing them, obviously.
That was it. Just to kill him.
What are holy symbols?
Symbols that are holy. He shrugs.
Was there a reason these students in particular?
They had holy symbols.
Right, but most clerics do. Why these particular students?
Again, he shrugs. I was just doing what I was told to do.
Right? Where did you first meet this this group?
He seems hesitant to say. You can see that he kind of looks away at that question. In a cave.
Any cave in particular?
A dark one.
Ooh,
Most caves are.
Ooh, I have a question. What's the name of the cave? But you gotta speak the truth. And I'm gonna cast command when I say truth.
Ooh. Alright.
Need
And
a
that is
wisdom save.
Oh my god. He had an at 20.
Oh.
Fuck!
He has a negative wisdom.
I thought it was like hot stuff with a 14 spell
tracks.
save.
Would I be able to use intimidation to get disadvantage on that roll?
Yeah.
Like maybe, like
I'll say make an
Like
intimidation check and I'll roll insight against it.
right, like 'cause, yeah, maybe Like Barney has just been like quiet this whole time, but like I think he's slowly just starting to snarl with like this wise ass in front of him.
Yeah, go ahead and make that intimidation check.
That would be a 17.
Insight, that is 13.
Get him, Barney, get him.
All right.
Yeah!
So he will re-roll. That is a 15.
No.
There, I answered your questions. Can I go now?
Can he go now? I don't know how
Nope,
this works.
No, he can't go.
I don't
now.
think he's going anywhere.
No.
He tried to harm a bunch of students.
Yes.
And at this point, stepping into the security office, you all see a familiar face. You see Harkin Crowell, the headmaster. He steps in. Oh, I heard there was trouble, and I didn't realize you were trouble.
Oh, hi, mister.
Yes, hello again. Sorry you got roped in with, Buckley.
Yeah, just cleaning up the trash.
It would seem so.
Probably a good thing we got involved, given what was going to happen to the students.
Yes, and you have my gratitude for that. Now, what did you find exactly?
Well, he had captured the students and imprisoned them in a side chamber underneath the library. He was burning their holy symbols. Was set to kill them on the command of someone in an orb. And he had this orb.
Speaking to some sort of celestial, using this orb, Barney will hold up the orb that he still like has in his folded up apron.
Oh,
Right.
he was speaking to a celestial entity.
Yes, and he had obviously spells focus on him, and a scroll to summon a
Necrophage manticore.
necrophage manticore. Yes.
Oh. That is alarming.
Yeah, who knows what would have happened if he succeeded, which he didn't, and Barney just like shoots a look at him.
Well,
Yep, because we're the best.
I think at this point, with all the torment he's caused around here, it might be wise to just imprison him. Hand him off to the guards.
That sounds prudent.
Agreed.
Oh, but the orb said he would be in big trouble if he failed, so maybe the orb people are coming.
Did you overhear any of the conversation they were having on the orb?
Oh, just a little bit. Something about needing to get people killing the students and burning holy symbols. Pretty much everything we already knew. And then he really needed to see, or he'd be in a lot of trouble if he failed.
Maybe they'd just get rid of him if he failed. I don't imagine anyone thinking Buckley's a super valued member.
Yeah, from what I understand is that this was some sort of initiation.
Seems like you've perhaps failed his initiation then.
Fairly dramatically, yes.
I think it might be safe to hand him over to the guards.
Right.
Oh, Mr. Dragon said he didn't know how that hole got down there either.
Yeah, there's a whole chamber down there.
I'll have to investigate that myself. That is also alarming.
Yeah, if you the access point to it is within a tiny room with a sarcophagus in it.
It can't have been down
So
there for very long, especially considering that some of my new hires tend to go down there and converse with Mortimer pretty often. Although they're currently away on a trip.
yeah, Mortimer did say that that was quite a new development and that he didn't know it was there either.
So I'm sure that either Elder or Rowan will have taken notice. Again, they've been away for a couple of days.
Maybe they put it down there, like as like a new spot for themselves, and then he kind of took it.
Oh, I doubt that. They have their own meeting place.
All right then. So what should we do with this then? He holds up the orb.
That's a good question. In fact, I might have an answer. It might be good to hang on to see if you can monitor some of their actions. The problem would be is if they could do the same to you through it, which would be a problem. That being
Yeah.
said, there is a way for me to perhaps prevent that, at least for a while.
All right.
You mind if I see it for a moment?
Sure. Barney would hand it over to him.
And he will take his claw and prick the center of his paw and touch it to the orb. And you see the orb turns a deep red color for a moment before it goes back to normal. Put a bit of a blocking spell on it. So they won't be able to see through it or communicate through it, but you'll be able to hear through. It's like a one-way mirror type of deal.
Oh, that's quite handy.
He'll hand it back. As for
Cool.
Buckley, I think it might be best to send him to the guards, but before we do, I think I'm gonna modify his memory. Make sure he doesn't know what happened here.
Well, that's probably a good call.
Prowl will snap his fingers, and you see Buckley immediately fall asleep again. He walks over and closes his eyes and begins casting a spell. All right. He should be forgetting the past couple of days.
Oh,
That's
so
too bad.
He's gonna
Probably
wake up
be
a
good.
failure.
It's unfortunate to see old students go the route they do sometimes, but he's very much a rare case, fortunately. And I've given him plenty of second chances. Perhaps too many.
Yeah, at some point it becomes, a sunk cost fallacy, if you know what I mean.
Yes. Well, Halman, if you could get him to the cards, that'd be wonderful. Yeah, can do. Thank you again for your help investigating. I appreciate it.
It's glad we could help out.
Halman will pick up Buckley and begin walking him out. And stepping in behind him, let's see if I can find his art. It's not on
What art?
Foundry. Or not Foundry, Owlbear. Let me upload it. There he is. As you see this gentleman enter, he sees Buckley being carried out. Oh, well, I imagine I missed quite the show.
Yeah, so it would seem.
Well, I was told by my husband that you needed a detective, but it seems you might have it under control.
For sure, we're the best. I think.
Well, it could have helped maybe with the interrogation, but, that could not have been helped.
Yes, I was actually in the middle of finishing up a course I was teaching. I got over here as quick as I could.
I'm certain he'll have plenty of time to spend some time with professional interrogators.
That being said, anything you do need detective help with?
Oh, we don't know that cave.
Yeah, you mentioned something about a cave.
I
Not
was
anything
told
specific,
the
though.
bare minimum is something to do with the God Slayers, right?
Yeah.
You have a way I can keep in touch with you.
Yes, we do.
Barney will indicate to to Pomegranate with the that has the orb.
She will hold up the orb.
Another orb. Haven't seen one of these in a couple of years. He'll touch it. And you now have Bennett in the orb as well. Now, I think it would be wise if I do a bit of investigation into the God Slayers, and if I find anything, I'll let you know, since it seems to be involving you all as well.
All right.
It'd be quite helpful, thank you.
Yes, of course. I've been looking for something to do in my spare time anyway. I'm not boxing, I suppose. Don't have too much to do. Well, it's good meeting you all, and I suppose we'll hear from one another soon enough.
Yeah, likewise.
We look forward to it. Thank you, sir.
Yes, of course. And he'll wave and head on out. Crowl turns to you all, and he just kind of nods to you. I see it fit to offer payment. You've saved plenty of students. Let's see what I can get you. In fact, if you wait here, I'll be right back.
Oh, I hope we get more shinies.
Is payment wholly necessary? You look to the group. It would seem just like the thing to do.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the right thing to do.
Yeah, agreed.
So no shinies?
All right, maybe someone can just pay contact.
And after a couple of minutes, he walks back in. Let's see. So I was able to gather a couple of funds as thanks. And he'll set out several pouches of platinum. Each pouch has 10 platinum.
Honto will happily take one of the pouches.
I really appreciate you helping out the campus. Everyone's safety means a lot to me.
As long as we can keep everyone safe, that's good with me. Barney kind of considers taking the money though, because his mom needs it.
And, I can see that some of you are a bit hesitant, but well, don't worry. That it's no financial burden or anything.
1 shiny, 2 shiny, 3 shiny, 4 shiny.
Well, thank you. I'll send this off to my mum.
Yes.
If you want, you can divvy up my share to everyone else as well.
Same.
Palm will take 1 platinum and hand it to Crow and push the rest back.
Oh, Crow will happily take the platinum piece.
Okay.
Crow is pleased.
I suppose, Crow, if you want to add to your collection, you can have mine too. Yorick will hand over his 10 platinum to Crow to add to Crow as a hoard.
What does Crow do?
Crow looks very pleased. He kind of gives an open beak smile.
Alright, I'll hold on to these for you.
And it's more gold being distributed amongst the people that are taking it.
Pretty much either Ponto or Barney can take it.
Yeah, however you all see fit. He does not seem to take back any of the platinum that's left. He's just leaving it out for you because it's yours.
You sure
Okay.
about that, Gunther?
Of course, I have no need for it.
Very well. Here, Barney, please.
Sorry, what were you saying, Talos?
Yeah, I'm fine with mine being distributed to the group.
Maybe we could use it. Maybe we could keep some of it for emergencies.
That's a great plan, Yorick. We should totally do that.
Yep, put it in a group fund.
All right. Yes, if you'd like, you can put any amount of it into the party fund. Anyone who's wanting to not take their share can put it into the party fund.
Would not recommend giving anything party fund related to Ponto.
Well, you all said you were on your way to Shambad, yes?
Yeah. I'm kind of. I have a bit of an idea of how we could probably maybe use a shortcut if we go through our village.
Well, safe travels, and just know you're welcome here. Welcome here at the campus anytime.
Sure thing.
So I might have to visit at some point and look at your weapons facility.
Oh, yes. I'm sure our smithing professor would love to meet you.
Yes.
Ponto's gonna raise his hand. Do you have any place we could take a nap?
If you need to, yes. We have a few places.
I'm
Um,
very tired.
You're really that tired already, Ponto? We slept like maybe an hour ago.
Well, he did turn into like 2 different animals.
Yeah, I suppose.
Well, if you're just looking for a quick break, I recommend our campus cafeteria.
Oh, food and nap?
Oh, I suppose we can take a bit of a break.
And he will point out the cafeteria if that's where you all decide to go.
Absolutely.
That sounds like a plan.
All right. I have a map for that as well. Let me open that. That map folder takes up so much space. There are so many. They're not small. Especially because the entire labyrinth map is in here. The largest dungeon I've ever built.
Oh,
Oh,
Wow.
There
gonna
it
have to
is.
visit that and put the map to use.
There we go. Oh, you all pay
Rick?
a visit to the campus cafeteria, and it's bustling with people, very students at this time of day. And you all are seated at a table, and you can see that around you, that students seem to be pressing these runes on their tables, and it calls over the specters that bring over food.
Dallas is immediately walking over and just starting etching those runes in the sketchbook.
This is the finally. There's just a solid way to call dibs on a seat. It just explodes if someone tries to take it.
So I suppose we can. I wonder what they serve here. Looks like all kinds of stuff.
oh. I wonder if they have sausage. I really like sausage. I had it way back then before I got into the town I met Jolly in.
Hope they got those those just big old square pizzas.
Yes.
What's a pizza?
It's like a bread that has cheese and tomato sauce on it.
Oh, I want one of those.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think my cousin spoke about that foreign food called pizza. She saw one of her paintings.
Oh, I would love some olives and some Slovaki.
Oh, I don't know what those are either, but they sound good too.
You've never had an
I'm-
olive?
Not sure
Nope.
what
Oh, we will correct this.
I'm not sure what a Slovaki is either.
It's a traditional dish from my homeland. Basically
see.
just some like skewered meat wrapped in a flatbread with a cream sauce.
That does sound good.
It does
Other-
sound
Might have-
nice.
Otherwise known
I
as
might have
gyros.
to grab that recipe for if there's one available.
I suppose
Do we
could-
just sit at a chair?
Yeah, I suppose it's give these friends a try. And Yorick will press one. And sure enough, immediately a specter walks over and sets down a plate of sausage. Oh, it works.
Ooh. Pot's gonna
sits,
reach.
Talus sits and starts pressing his rune.
Right. I just thought of sausages, and it brought me sausages.
Oh, and Ponto's gonna stand on the chair because he's not tall enough to hit the table, and he's gonna pap it. Pap, 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 pap.
All right. What does Ponto envision?
Oh no.
Oh dear. Do we want to know?
Something of cannibalism.
There's so many options in the room, so it might be like a hideous amalgamation of whatever he's seen on various plates.
Oh boy. So brought over to you.
I know
is-
exactly what it is. It's one of those like meat jellos
Oh.
because the
God.
like phantasmal force that's carrying the food just didn't understand what was going on through the brain, but there's a lot of different things. So it just jello.
It's
There's a
like-
bunch of items in the jello, but it's jello.
Oh.
Got broccoli in the broccoli floating in there.
Yeah. Yeah, sure enough, it is brought over to you, and it's beautiful amalgamation. It is certainly interesting.
There's like a sausage sticking out of the side.
That is quite a plate.
Food is food, and he's just gonna start going.
And it tastes very good, despite it being a kind of, again, an amalgamation of different things.
It might be hard to watch for everybody else, but Ponto is having a good time.
Talus just pressing his rune, thinking of Slovakian olives. A
And
big
they
bowl of
are
olives.
brought to you.
He just looks at the group. He's like, "This place is wonderful."
Yeah, this is really useful.
Yeah. Hang on. Let me try. Barney will think of something that his mom made all the time. For like, well, not all the time, but like a lot, and one of his favorite things, which is fried pork belly and tomatoes with the sauce and with parsley.
Ooh.
And sure enough, it is brought to you, and it looks and smells and tastes exactly how you remember.
Oh, how did it know?
I
How
wonder what
how do
kind
they
of
know?
magic it is. I kind of wonder who made this. It's really useful.
Yeah. Can I do a Arcana check just to see what this rune exactly does?
Yeah, sure.
While he's doing that, Ponto is gonna slam the rune again. And he's thinking about
Excuse me.
the mead that he drank.
And yeah, some meat is brought over to you.
I rolled a nat 20, so that's 26.
Yeah.
So this rune seems to tap into multiple senses. It seems to be of quite a different array of magic types, from evocation to a bit of divination. And from what you can understand, it seems to tap into what you think of a certain food as well as how you remember it.
Incredible. Oh yeah, Talos. This is a very good rune to jot down. I'm glad you did.
Maybe we could work together and try to figure out how to make it work on our travel.
It might give me an idea for, one of my future hopes and dreams of a restaurant.
Oh, that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah. This is going to change everything.
Yeah. As you all
Well-
eat, you receive the benefits of a short rest.
Sweet.
Yes.
Well, Bantu, try one of these. And just hands him
Delicious.
an olive.
Okie dokie. He's gonna I guess climb up on the table and walk over and grab the olive.
Yeah, it's a pretty good olive.
Oh, salty.
The best. He just shovels a handful of them.
Who must really like those things?
Oh, they're pride and joy of my home. We use it for everything. Dishes, you can squeeze oil out of them.
Oil?
Yeah, oil.
Can you
Yeah,
burn it?
to cook with.
Oh. What does that
Mum
do?
uses it all Mum uses it all the time.
It makes you big and strong, and he flexes an arm.
Yeah. Barney flexes with Talos.
Ponto's just thinking about food. There's just a dead stare.
This food is wonderful. I couldn't imagine attending the university for this alone.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine getting to eat like this every day. Just whatever I want.
Is that something you're wanting to do, Your Majesty? Attend university or further your studies?
I haven't really thought about it. I was homeschooled with my father. But, I don't think it'd be a bad idea.
Certainly worth a try. I mean, food alone is good, but you might develop new skills and new proficiencies that can help you in, I guess, whatever you're really wanting to do.
Yeah. Once we've dealt with everything and once things settle down, I might look into it.
Yeah.
Ponto's just gonna climb down off the table and back into his chair and take a big swig of his mead and go, "Oh, so people just come here to just learn new things?"
Yeah. All kinds
That's
of
right.
things.
Learn new things or, like, get better at the things that they're interested in.
And get killed by monsters and their neighbors, I guess.
Usually, no.
It certainly wasn't the case in Cragvale.
What's that place like?
Oh, it's it was actually like quite fancy, if I have to be completely honest. Kind of didn't really feel like I fit in there, given, all the backgrounds of the other students.
Well, what made you not think you could fit in?
Well, my mum isn't exactly rich. A lot of rich kids went there.
does status necessarily matter in those places? I figured your skill set would be what counted.
What's reach mean?
You would hope so, but
Yeah, you would. It kind of, I don't know. It's probably. I wouldn't say it's exactly the reason I was bullied there, but you know, people seem to like use it as a point of pride or to be quite insensitive.
Hmm.
Oh, they were mean there?
Well, I'd say like maybe one or two people were mean to me there. Yeah.
Well, if we meet him again, I'll bite him.
Well, the thing about that is, yeah, I kind of did mess him up a bit.
Oh, you bit them already.
Yeah, I lost control.
Oh, were they were they were they harassing you? Were they assaulting you?
Bit of column A, bit of column B. Yeah.
So you were effectively just defending yourself.
Yeah. Well, I suppose you could look at it that way.
I mean, what other way is there to look at it? It sounds like you were defending yourself from people who really shouldn't have been bullying you in the first place.
Well, yeah. I mean, it makes sense if you put it that way, but you know, just you tell that to the son of a nobleman whose son you just almost gravely injured.
Oh, I don't think you did anything wrong. I mean, if it was the other way around, I'm sure they would feel the same way.
Yeah. No, I suppose.
Treat others as you would want to be treated. That's what my papa always taught me.
That's a great outlook too.
Yeah.
Once you guys are sitting, you see a Dacian gentleman approach your table. Hello. Are you all the group that dealt with Buckley?
You betcha.
Oh, that's spread
Right, yeah.
quick.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, I just got here. My brother told me that you helped get his roommate back.
Oh,
Oh,
was he the artificer? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good kid.
Thanks. Yeah, he just started. He's the first year. I graduated a year ago.
Graduated?
Yeah. It's when you finish your learning here, Punto.
Okay.
Yeah, have to excuse our short friend here. It's not from around these parts, so there's quite a lot to learn.
Oh. Well, I just wanted to personally thank you for helping my brother out. Also,
I'm glad we were
thanks
able to
for,
help.
dealing with Buckley.
It's no problem at all. I hope he serves whatever sentence is fair and just.
Yeah, he was a real nuisance back when I was here. He was in the same class as me and a couple of others. In fact, he was the one who broke the arm of my roommate.
Goodness me.
Yeah, he was not great.
The more I learn about this fellow, the more unsavory a picture gets painted of him.
Yeah, he was awful.
Yeah, back home he probably would have been eaten.
Probably for the best.
Maybe we'll get lucky and the God Slayers will make an example out of him.
Right, he's working with God Slayers?
It seems to be the case, yes.
Yeah, we kind of deduced maybe something to that degree. Yeah.
Hmm. He was working with demons. Weird. Maybe he's just born to be a nuisance.
Well,
Or perhaps.
I don't think we have to worry about him anymore. Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. And again, we thought that too after he got expelled and showed up at campus a couple of weeks later. Eh. Anyway, that's all I wanted. Just wanted to say thanks.
Of course.
Anytime, friend. Didn't catch your name there.
Name's Ross.
Well met, Ross. I'm Barnacles.
Good to meet you.
My name's Panto.
I'm Yorick.
Talos.
Candles. Good to meet you, Ross.
You know, if I didn't know any better, I'd think you all were new faculty.
Afraid not. We're actually on our way to just getting them this. We're on our way to Shamhide, you see. Which is we took a bit of a shortcut by means of teleportation circle from Talakas.
Oh. I made a few sales in Shamhide. Not too long ago.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I do a bit of inventing. I've been, well, this is the latest one I made. And he pulls out a very strange device. I would say, Talos, you can make me I guess a general intelligence check.
All right. That is intelligence. Is a 16.
Okay. So whether you've been to Orif yourself while you were over in Rosvoldus, or whether you met someone from there, you've definitely seen a gun before. This is a gun.
Oh, I recognize these.
And you'd also know that guns are powered by a mineral called glimonite, which is a very resonant magic crystal, and it fires off essentially bullets of force energy.
Fascinating. You produce these?
Yeah, I came up with them during my first year, actually. I've been kind of perfecting them.
Wait, you invented these?
Yeah.
Although they're very intricate, very well crafted.
Oh, thanks.
Standing. I would love to look at your notes at some point.
Oh, yeah. Do you make stuff too?
Yes, more, I guess traditional comparatively. And he draws, he pulls out his sword. It's still in a sheath. This is my best creation. I named her Taiki.
Oh, it's really nice. So you're a blacksmith?
Yep, trained by the best.
Too bad my friend Colton isn't still around. I know he'd be really interested. He wanted to learn blacksmithing himself.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for your loss.
Oh, no, he's not dead. He's just not here.
Oh, I seem to have made a similar blunder.
I absolutely.
Anto snorts and some of the jello comes out of his nose.
Well, if I meet him on my travels, I'd be happy to chat with him. Show him what I do, see what he does.
Yeah, last I heard, he moved back to Nadell with his family.
Nadell. He opens up his sketchbook, just writes a note. If I ever come across him, what was your friend's name?
Colton.
Colton.
Nadell,
Yeah.
right? That's not too far from Talakis, actually.
Yeah, it's up north. Never been a big fan of the cold myself, but I've been a few times.
I think it's wonderful, but then again, I am biased.
Oh, are you from a colder place?
Yeah, village is southeast of Cold,
Ah,
in a mountainous tundra.
well, it's getting cold in most places, with winter coming.
Yeah.
Heard it gets warmer over in Rustfoldus, so that's where I'm headed.
Oh, that's where I'm from.
Oh, really?
Yes, from Akram.
Oh. Yeah, I was headed to Rustfoldus. This week they're having something going on in the city of Orif. They're having a inventor show. I wanted to head over there.
Oh, if you happen to meet a fellow named Icarus, tell him Talis said hi.
Yeah.
He's a child friend of mine. He's also an inventor.
Will do. But yeah, safe travels, and it was good meeting you guys. And thanks again.
Yeah, likewise.
A little wave.
It was good to meet you too. Bye bye.
So, should we get on the road then, I suppose?
Yeah, we've got a fair bit of travel. Have a bit of an idea, though.
What do you have in mind?
Something I haven't thought about in quite a while. If we head down, if we head to the east, to my village, I actually know of a bit of a mountain path that could get us to the Jasmine Gulf.
Oh, yeah.
Might, save on like traveling around that mountain range. Save a bit of time.
I suppose any time we could save is best. We are on a bit of a clock here.
Agreed.
Or are we gonna leave already? There's so much good food here.
We do have a
Well-
chef that can make good food.
Yeah, we're if we ever have to make camp like somewhere along the way, leave it to me.
By the way, do we have to pay for this?
That's a good question.
I'm sure that's not an issue since we have enough money to.
I
I would
suppose
assume
you
that it was
could.
at least part of the reward.
Yeah, I imagine so, but I suppose you could ask someone. Just to make sure.
Tyler just
Yeah.
stands up in his chair. Excuse me, do we have to pay for this?
Or we could use the orb to contact Prowls to see if we need to pay for it.
And we must look really silly, like in the middle of this, like dining hall, asking if we have to pay for this.
So it draws the gaze of a couple of people. A couple of people kind of look over, and Teddy makes his way over. Hey, you don't have to pay for it.
Oh, excellent. Thank you, sir. He looks... See, asked and answered.
Yeah. So, I imagine everything got resolved. It was, tending to the cleric students.
Oh, are they
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, they're fine. They weren't harmed. We just gotta get a few more, holy symbols now.
Oh, I meant
That's
to
good.
ask, what do holy symbols do?
Most people use them as, well, they're magic focus. They use it to, draw in magic energy.
Oh, like my little totem. And he's gonna pull out like a little piece of wood with the carving of a dragon on it.
Oh,
My mom gave it to me.
oh, that's really nice. So, where are you guys headed now?
On our way to the east, gotta make our way to Shamhide.
Ooh. I have a friend there. You see, you meet a guy named Bone Snap, tell him I say hello.
Funny enough.
Yeah, funny you should mention that. We're on our way to see him.
Oh. Yeah, tell him hello for me. But yeah, to answer your question, no, you don't have to pay for it.
Thank you. He eyes Pontu. It probably would have come out to a lot.
A lot of what?
Never mind.
A lot of shinies.
Not the shinies.
Crow looks around. A lot of shinies?
Yes, shinies can be exchanged for goods and services.
No, not my shinies.
Well, I suppose if everyone's ready, I suppose we'll get on the road.
Yeah.
Yes, I
figure
agree with that.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we should figure we should head out then.
All right. So you all leave the campus and head on out of Iron Gate. I guess the question is, who is taking the lead?
I think we're all pretty proficient in survival at this point, so it could be any one of us.
I can
I
take
am
the
not
lead.
from here.
All right.
Gunther,
Actually, I think.
can I
actually,
sit
I
on
think-
your shoulders?
Sure, if you want to.
Yes.
Actually, I
If anything,
think
that
I
might
think-
actually be. Oh, you go first. Sorry.
No, sorry. No, I was just gonna say, if we are gonna be heading to Barney's village to cut through that mountain pass, I think then I should be leading it.
Very true.
All right. And make me a survival check.
Don't fail me now, dice.
Can I give him advantage since I'm now at an elevated position on Gunther and I can just start pointing at things?
Sure.
I-
Yeah,
as-
yeah, go ahead.
I seem
That's
to have
a nat
advantage.
20.
I seem to have advantage on survival checks, regardless.
Oh,
Uh,
never mind.
Maybe we should have Barney be the leader then.
Ponto
Designated
just
navigator.
pointing out various landmarks and making Barney tell the party about them.
Well, I think let's go with Gunther's nat 20 because I rolled an 8 and a 3,
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh no.
which would be like a total of 11.
All right. So, perhaps being a bit turned around and disoriented with the teleportation and then having to look back at the map and gauging your surroundings, you kind of lead the group in a bit of a circle before Gunther, with your sense of direction, you're able to kind of steady everyone back on the path. Any one of you may roll me a d20.
I'm not going to, because traditionally I always get us in trouble in
Okay.
any campaign I play.
I rolled a 19.
12.
Okay. Let's see. You said a 19?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to take the 19 or the 12? I'll leave it up to you.
I guess it depends.
We can do a 19.
Yeah, 19 sounds good.
Yeah.
I'll just give the disclaimer that higher isn't always better in this case.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Let's see. So, as you all are making your way, in fact, I'll open the map. Give you a good gauge on where you are. And you said you were gonna go in this direction, yes? Towards cold.
Yeah.
Alright.
Towards those mountains on the right by the trees.
Alright. So, you all begin to make your way on around, and as you're doing so, you feel like you're being watched. You have the distinct feeling that there are eyes on the back of your head. Something's watching over you.
Anybody else feel that?
Yes.
Oh, I've been feeling a little uneasy.
Yeah, to say the least. Can
It does feel somewhat unsettling.
Yeah,
Can-
it feels. Sorry.
oh, sorry, you go first.
No, you go on. It's not important.
Can Bonnie make a smell-based perception check?
Sure.
So I think I'll get advantage on that.
With a hammering.
It's actually quite soft, so it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
There
the
we
sound
go.
of beating up a nerd in the background.
God, yes.
That's 21.
Alright, as you kind of sniff things out, you catch wind of a very sour smell. It seems to be coming from the trees nearby.
Oh my god, we're in a lemon grove.
It It seems very close by, but it does seem to be coming up from in the trees.
I think that would probably prompt me to look up.
Okay, make me... Actually, no, I'd say with your smell-based perception check, it would lead you up to what it is that you're smelling. You see that up in a nearby tree, perched is a hobgoblin who's looking down at you all, just very carefully watching.
Hi there.
That's not Kelton, is it?
It is not Kelton.
I was wondering the same thing.
I feel like
as you
Ponto's
call up-
holding.
As you call up to this hobgoblin, he does not move. He does not move to acknowledge it.
I say we just keep moving on.
All right. Suppose, no harm done.
All right, you all keep moving.
I have an idea.
Dude must
While
be
we're walking forwards, Ponto's gonna kind of like squat down because he's already on Gunther's shoulders. So he's gonna lean into the ear and be like, "Hold on to my legs." And he's gonna effectively just lay back to where his back and head are kind of flush, pointing down on Gunther's back, so he can look behind him.
So, looking behind you, you can see that this hobgoblin he's leaping tree to tree, and he's following. He has a crossbow, but he does not seem to be looking at you per se, not directly.
Oh, he's still doing the thing, but I don't think he thinks about us.
Oh, I would say that's just best to let him do what he needs to do.
Okay, cause I'm gonna lift up now.
How's Pontus' core strength?
Well, his general strength is a 10, so he's at least average.
Pretty.
So he probably
decent
grabs
core
onto some of your armor to kind of hoist himself back up.
As you're making your way on forward, it kind of shrugging the person that's behind you off a bit, you all start to feel very warm all of a sudden. Now, mind you, heading towards the mountains of cold, you'd think you'd be getting a lot colder. But there's a sudden warmth that begins to kind of wash over everyone. And then from behind you, you will hear someone land. Boy, you lot, come here.
Hello?
Oh. So you want to speak now?
It's nearby.
What is?
Huh?
You don't know. Or you're new round here.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, so?
Well, how do I describe it? There's some kind of creature that roams these woods. It's, not the best thing to happen upon. I've been hunting it.
What is
What
it?
kind of
exactly?
creature?
Well, it's a dragon.
Oh, that's no problem.
What do you mean?
Oh, Ponto's gonna like kind of using Gunther's horns is gonna kind of like stand up on Gunther's shoulders and then just hop down, and I'm gonna use wild shape to turn into I don't know yet. I didn't think that far.
So we're just
think I'd
watching
get
this,
far.
we're watching this amalgamation of like limbs and
So, yeah,
claws and stuff.
Dragon.
Is like the,
True body horror.
Oh,
this is
God.
just like the thing until he settles on a form.
It's the cello all over again.
Oh.
You know what?
Dragon
I
jello.
enjoyed that crystal dragon, so I'm gonna turn into a crystal dragon.
So, as you turn into a crystal dragon, he kind of staggers back. Oh, you're a dragon too?
I think the more accurate description is a druid.
Oh. So you can turn into them. Well, I would be careful this time. It's a big dragon. It's a big red one.
Oh,
How big?
and
Like, I don't know. I don't have a good comparison. It's like the size of a two-story building, I suppose. Maybe a bit larger.
Sounds like a large fellow then.
Has the dragon hurt anyone? I'd imagine. Have you seen it hurt anyone? No.
I've got a question. Why are you hunting that specifically? For what reason?
I suppose it would be, if your dragon pelt would go for a lot of coin, and, you might get recognised as some kind of dragon slayer, I don't know. Mostly for the coin.
Right. So, you're not like a poacher of sorts, are you?
No, but I would sell dragon scales and whatnot for some coin.
we
How
can
much
get
coin?
shinies.
Well, I suppose if I could find the right person, I could probably sell, say, 10 scales for 5 silver each. A big one, I could make a fortune off of.
Ponto's looking a little bit like perturbed by the idea of selling his flesh for money.
Well, I mean, dragons' materials are actually quite inlaid with magic already. I can actually use that to make a few things.
So, I wouldn't reckon you'd want to help me find it.
Hold on now. Are we thinking about trying to kill a dragon or just take his scales?
I mean, I guess I don't need to kill him, or just need his scales, but I'd imagine that'd be hard if he was alive.
So are you prepared to die when you're doing this?
I'm pretty well trained, I think I can hold my own, and, if things get bad, I can always make a break for it.
You know how to fight a dragon?
I fought similar before.
Just wanted to make sure then. Then, if you are well aware of the risks, if you all want to do it, then we can. If you all want to continue on and not, then we can do that as well. I am of either opinion.
Well, no, we do have a bit of a pressing issue that we're on our way to doing, though. So I feel like taking on
Another
a
task.
bit of a task, of going dragon hunting. I feel like I might cut into a bit into our time here.
I can understand that, and honestly, I feel the same way. I just want to make sure that no one else felt excluded or anything. But personally, I would much rather focus on the main task rather than getting this dragon.
Yeah.
As much as I'd like the chance to get some materials, you're right.
Agreed.
Guys,
Big dragon, very dangerous.
Tell you what, here, and he will, Barney will give some gold to this guy.
oh, thank you. You sure?
Yeah, I mean, at least it's the least we can do for our troubles, and not being able to, help you with your quest.
Guys,
Like,
I don't want to interrupt, but the dragon's over there.
What?
Yorick points, and sure enough, there is a dragon. It is about it's about 60 feet away and making its way towards you.
The dragon's just been eavesdropping the whole time.
Is it in our way to to cold?
Yes, it is.
No.
So
it seems like the choice has been taken from us.
Ponto very audibly screams and starts running towards the woods.
Well,
Ponto!
Oh,
Should we start running?
I think
Maybe
it's a good
so.
idea, yeah.
yeah. Maybe we should scatter.
Time to leg it.
Oh no, not a party split.
I'll take it. If we do split, I'll take a York with me. I'll probably just kind of like fireman carry him or something like that.
Oh boy.
Ponto has burrowed into the ground and is gone. The man is out. He doesn't know a lot, but he knows dragons, and that's a big one, and that one's scary.
Oh boy. Alrighty. So, I guess in this case, make me athletics checks, all of you that are running from this dragon.
Hell yeah.
Is anyone planning on staying with the dragon?
Do we know
Candles.
anything about dragons? Can they not speak?
You would know
They
that
can.
dragons can speak.
Can't we talk to it?
Yeah, we can try.
In a situation where it's barreling towards us.
Is
Your
it
best
barreling
options.
towards us?
It's not
I thought it was just standing
sprinting,
there.
but it is making its way towards you.
Oh, okay. So I thought you meant like it was actually like running towards us. And
It does seem to be moving with intention, but he's not running.
oh, okay.
Okay.
Then on second thought,
We did react
guess-
appropriately.
I'll hold my ground then.
Sorry.
I think Gunther can actually maybe even try to speak Draconic with it.
Yeah, I can.
Sorry, you gonna try to talk to it?
Yeah, I can do that.
Or I'll hold off then.
All right. You guys just want me to ask for scales? Or is this what we're doing here?
I guess if it's going to attack us, if it's okay that we just leave. I mean, if it has any loose scales it's shedding, we can probably take. I imagine we could take those.
Don't dragons like money too? Can't we just pay it some toll?
I think it's different per dragon. Some dragons are okay with money. Some dragons have other possessions they really treasure.
Well, I guess we could probably ask it.
I'd like to point out that Ponto is only 5 feet into the ground, so like his tail is sticking out. And he's like kind of behind a tree.
If you guys want, you all can be kind of in the background. I can take forefront, and then if things go awry, you all can act accordingly.
We should have like a
That-
we should have like a password. Like if things break bad, it's like decide we either need to leave or fight.
Uh, I guess if we need to leave, we can say coconut. Oh wait,
Yeah.
actually, well, yeah, I guess we can say coconut. I guess.
Why not just shout, leave, or fight?
Yeah, that's actually a lot better.
Right. We're right behind you.
All right.
Except for Ponto, I think he's over there.
I mean, he's technically behind. He's just
Further.
Behind and slightly down to the left.
But yeah, Gunther will allow the dragon to approach him.
And sure enough, he does. This dragon is huge. In fact, you can make me a nature check, or I suppose I'll take an arcana check as well. Either or.
They're about the same for him either way. That's a 14.
This is an elder dragon. He is very old and perhaps one of the largest dragons you've ever seen. If you've seen any dragons in person. Well, he's about the size of Hessland, actually.
Oh, nice. I will say good. It's still evening, right, or afternoon. Good day,
Yeah,
sir.
it's I'd say time wise, it's around 3 p.m.
Okay. Yeah. Good afternoon, sir.
Why do you cower?
I guess you could say that some of us are a little afraid of your presence here.
I no harm.
Oh. Well, apologies for thinking that, sir. Is there anything that you need from us or anything?
I don't believe so. I couldn't help but overhear that one, though.
He points his tail at the hobgoblin.
Yes. We were talking to him as well. This might be a really dumb thing to ask, but I guess would you be willing to just make sure what is the hobgoblin asking for again? Just for the scales of the dragon, or just to actually have the dragon?
Yeah, he's asking for scales.
Would it be possible if we can just have one scale of yours, sir?
Will he give up some of his flesh?
Probably won't be able to, since I don't think he'll be able to live without his flesh. Anything else that you'd be willing to trade for that?
Gold.
And how much?
10 per scale.
Sorry, M per scale? Oh, 10 per scale. Gunther will probably turn around and say, I don't know if we have that much.
Yeah. I don't think that'd be the best trade.
Well,
I leave it to you then, Hunter. You can take them yourself and die, or accept the deal. Or we can be on our way.
The hobgoblin kind of, you see him kind of shrink back a bit.
I turned to Hobgoblin. I thought that you had experience with this.
I did, but it wasn't as big as this one. In fact, I think it was called a wyvern.
That's much different than this fella here. I didn't even ask her, what's your name?
Oh, I'm Dante.
Dante. And I'll turn to the dragon now, and I didn't ask your name either, sir. What's your name?
I am Gazavan.
Gazavan. Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Yeah, in this situation here, I would say that you're at an impasse. And I guess, Dante, you know what you have to do in order to get the scales here. If you want to continue to do that, you can.
Yeah. I don't think it'd be worth it. Yeah. I think I'll be on my way.
I think that sounds like a wise choice.
And he, without another word, will turn and slowly start making his way up towards Aaron Gate.
Well, apologies for bothering you, Garzafan.
Wise decision, that one. You do not bother me.
Is the offer of 10 gold still open?
Indeed.
All right. I'd like to buy 3 of your scales, please.
Easily done.
He'll take a claw and he will take off the 3 scales and very gently lower his claw down to you to take them.
All right. Candles is just going to hold out 3 platinum.
He will take it.
Heck yes.
I can only afford 1, so if you have 1 to spare.
I can do that for you, Talos, if you want.
Oh.
If you don't mind, I can purchase 2. If you're okay with that, Mr. Garzafan.
Easily done.
And again, he will take off the scales. He'll give you 2 scales.
And I'll give him 2 platinum and give 1 of the scales to Talos.
Oh, well, thank you. That's awfully kind.
Of course.
Now that Ponto can feel that nothing's really happening, he's gonna crawl out.
What were you saying,
Thank
Tal?
you, Garzafan.
Are we? Is this an Indy? Jesus, sorry, my dog's like the
You're
cat.
good.
The cat has this. She like looks at the dog sometimes, and then they face off, and then she starts creeping away. And when she does that, he takes like heavy offense, and he has to yell at her for creeping. Anyway, I'm assuming this is in common because we're like talking, all of us, to the dragon.
Yes.
Not in. Pom will say, you appear to be very, very old, and I mean that in a good way. Do you have any good stories for me that I can buy from you?
Good stories. I was trapped in a labyrinth once upon a time. I was freed by a group of adventurers who were richly there, meddling, but I was under the control of a group called the Onyx Embassy. They took me and two of my brothers, and we were freed and set on our own back here. That was before the world converged.
Thank you. Would you like a story in return, or would you like some gold?
You seem pleasant enough. Consider it free.
Oh, that's very kind. Palm will take a very deep bow. She feels this urge to be very respectful towards this dragon.
Perhaps you'll encounter my brother. He's not far from here. His name is Escallion.
Ponto, kind of hiding behind everyone else, is gonna go. Is he nice?
Kinder than I.
I think Palm will take another deep bow and thank him for his time, and I guess we should be on our way.
That seems to be the case. Barney, do you have anything that you need from him?
No, I'm good. I don't require anything from you, sir. In fact, maybe I can just like impart something as a gift for you. And Barney will just like he'll hand over one of his rations, which is a dumpling that he made.
He will take and eat the dumpling.
A tasty morsel. Thank you.
Well, hopefully it won't come to that.
Yes, thank you for being patient, especially with Dante.
It's not the first hunter I've happened upon. There's been a group of dragon hunters, especially when there was cause for mortals trying to take down the sons of Kona.
Right.
Thankfully,
Thank
the Watchers of the Weave put a stop to it. You remind me a bit of them.
Oh, really?
Indeed.
Barney will turn to the group like, I think he's probably referring to that prismatic souls thing again.
It's been
Maybe.
mentioned a couple times. What is that?
Prismatic souls.
Well, I guess it's what we are, and we'll probably find out eventually.
From my understanding, those connected to the colorless flame, as well as those who bore connection to it in the past.
So, in a
Right.
sense, kind of like us taking their I'm not kind of taking on their duties in a sense, or legacy. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yes, the pass of the torch, so to speak. Or so it would seem.
Oh, right. That makes me think of something. You wouldn't happen to know a fellow by the name of Varaxes?
Varaxes. You You speak of my father.
Oh,
Oh.
Really? Wow. Quite a coincidence then, because we were told to meet with him at some point. He looks forward to meeting us. I think.
He resides down in the fold, under the earth.
He looks at Yorick very closely.
A dragon prince. I thought I recognized you.
Oh, you recognise me?
Indeed. I too have seen the visions.
Blimey.
That would mean that you know where you must go.
I think so. It's not all clear yet, but I think you'll have a good idea. It's like, the visions are kind of leading me there as we go.
Stay the path. You'll find what you're looking for.
Wow. Indeed. Thank you for your time then, and we look forward to meeting your father, I guess.
Is very interesting. But if you happen upon my brother, he could probably tell you more.
Is there a specific place where your brother resides?
Yes, he has a temple to the south of Harrogate.
All right. I've gotcha.
Alright, I suppose we'll be on our way. It's good meeting you.
Should you need to reach me in the future, reach out into that orb. I'll answer your call.
You see, the orb glows red for a moment.
Which orb?
My orb?
The
or-
astral speaking orb.
Okay.
Very
Thank you.
well. Safe travels.
You'll make his way in the direction he was headed.
Right. I suppose we'll meet him again at some point. In fact, we probably have to. I mean, we just came from where his brother resides, so yeah, we'll probably head on back to Aaron Gate at some point.
Right.
All things considered, that ended probably the best way it could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's like an ambient sound of the crystals on Ponto's back just shaking because he's scared.
Oh.
Yeah, you're doing all right there, Ponto.
No, it was really scary.
It's quite all right. He was awfully big. It's a good thing. He was quite friendly.
Yeah, most red dragons were not friendly, from what my mom said.
Yeah, I heard they tend to have a big temper.
I mean, to be fair, he was willing to finish off Dante if he wanted to fight. So I'm sure the temper would have been there had Dante been more persistent.
It's a good thing he wasn't. I don't think that would have gone well for him.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, and
I
yeah,
kind of figured
no.
that. Well, anyways, we should keep on going here. Nighttime's about to fall soon, so we want to at least make some headway before we either set up camp or get there.
Right. Suppose it's not too far now, but we will probably reach it by nightfall.
Yeah, I certainly hope so.
I guess now has the temperature kind of gone back down, or is it
Yes,
kind
you
of
would
normal?
notice that once he's far enough away, the temperature goes down pretty drastically. In fact, you can feel the cold that you all are approaching in the mountains.
I guess everyone make sure you get your jackets out if you need one.
It's starting to remind me of home again.
Oh, I suppose you don't have too much farther to go.
No, I wouldn't say so.
All right, you all continue onward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right,
Indeed.
Barney, make
That's-
me another survival check.
Cool. Gonna use different dice this time. Oh. Oh my god. That's a 10.
Okay, interesting.
That's with advantage.
Oh no.
And
My
you?
my
Ow.
the other dice is a nat 1. So it was like a 7 and a 1. So plus 3 was 10.
So
Oh,
for
no.
a while, you all continue on just fine. And then you see something up ahead. Embedded in the ground, you could see what looks like a blade. And it kind of shimmers as the setting sun shines against it, as it kind of sticks out sideways. It looks to be a longsword.
Ooh, Dallas wants to go and examine this.
All right. I'll take either a perception or investigation check.
I'll do perception.
All right.
Talos and Gunther need to arm wrestle over who gets a chance to pull the sword out and get crowned king.
All right. Well, that's a 1 on the die, which I don't like.
Oh god.
Oh,
So I'm gonna use a luck point.
All right.
We're gonna lucky that away.
Well, that's a lot better. That's a 17 total.
All right. So, as you go to examine the sword, as the blade starts, so are you picking it up? Or are you just looking at it as it's embedded?
I'm looking at it as it's embedded.
You notice that near the bottom of it, near where the blade connects with the ground, you can see what looks like dry blood. The blade itself is very intricate. It is a very nice kind of dark steel that it's made of. Very ornate looking wooden hilt. It looks very nice, but you do notice the blood at the very tip of it as it meets with the ground.
Interesting.
What you got there?
The craftsmanship on this is impeccable, but there seems to be along the ground here. My instincts kind of tell me that it might have some form of enchantment or curse on it, but
Oh,
I
dear.
unfortunately can't really. That those particular spellcrafts are outside of my field.
I can
That's somewhat
try.
concerning.
I can try something here, but it depends on whether or not we're looking at injury or death. Um, basically, that being said, it only. Actually, no, I can't do that. Never mind. Forgot I don't have powdered lead. So, yeah, we just have to figure it out ourselves.
Panto's gonna look around the area for more blood.
I suppose I can probably take a look at that, and I think I'll if I can do an Arcana check.
Sure. And Ponto, as you're looking around for more blood, make me I'll take either a perception or investigation check.
Perception.
My dice fell in a weird corner, but it did roll over to a 13 plus 6. That's 19.
The sword does seem to be magical. As to the nature of this magic, it doesn't seem to be a curse, but rather some kind of enchantment. But as to the specifics, it's hard to tell much other than the fact that this has something to do with necromantic magic.
I got a 9 on that perception check.
So looking around, you don't seem to see any more blood. It would seem to stand out in the more dry grass as it transitions from the more forested area to a colder environment. But you don't seem to see any more blood speckled about.
Well, it's not hiding in the tall, dry grass.
Well, that's
That's
good.
good to know.
And yeah, Barney will relay what he learned from his Arcana check to everyone else.
This might be worth leaving alone.
I can, I think that's worth it.
Yeah, I don't know quite what to make of this. Besides, I don't really need a blade. Got my mum's sword here.
I just wonder,
Certainly not one that might be cursed.
I wonder where the blood came from.
Yeah, that is quite. Tell you what, see if I can sniff the area about. He'll maybe do a perception check by smell.
All right, go ahead.
May Talus attempt this as well?
Yep.
Cool. I get advantage on smell.
Same here. Oh, that's much better. That's a 19 plus 3. That's a 22.
So, giving the air a whiff, you catch wind of the scent of iron, but also a faint hint of what smells like rot.
And I can pinpoint the direction of it.
It seems to be coming from underneath the sword.
Right. There might be something underneath this blade here. Something real rotten. Doesn't smell good, whatever it is. Could be a grave, actually.
If you all want, I can look into it since I'm immune to disease. Just in case. I don't want you all catching anything.
All right.
I might have an idea here. And he's going to fish into his tools, pull out some pliers from his work, from his smith's tools. Says, I could try to remove the blade without necessarily touching it.
That could probably work.
Just wondering, before we remove the blade, is there any inscription or anything on it? Or is it just we already determined that there's no inscription?
There's no inscription. There's some carvings, but it seems to just be different designs in filigree. Nothing that would be something you could read necessarily.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll let Talos take the lead on this.
All right, so Talus, you're trying to pull it up with the pliers.
Yeah, just try to grip the handle with the pliers and pull from there.
All right, make me an athletics check.
All right. That is a 18.
So, as you begin to pull, as you grip the pliers and as they clasp around the sword, with all of your might, it feels like there's a lot of resistance being given before, very abruptly, you pull out the sword, but also what the sword is through, as now lying on the ground, unearthed, is a corpse. And the blade seems to be going through its chest.
Well, that might explain the smell.
Despite the
Oh.
Yes.
smell, this corpse looks like it hasn't rotted at all. It looks intact.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I don't
Well,
suppose anyone with a bit
Oh,
of a
sorry.
medical background could take a look at this.
I could try to take a look.
And for
Yep.
visuals, this appears to be a blue-skinned tiefling. He looks to be older. He has a mid-length kind of white beard and short white hair, as well as a set of ram-like horns.
Okay, can I see if I can get any information about whether the sword strike seems to be the cause of death? There might have been anything else going on with this guy.
Sure, make a medicine check.
Okay. That is going to be a 19.
Nice.
So as you begin to examine this corpse, as you look it over and see what exactly might have happened here, you feel a heartbeat. This
Oh.
person isn't dead. The heartbeat is alarmingly slow, though. It's beating at maybe, I'd say, 5 beats per minute.
He's alive.
I can give him some healing. Or at least
Goodness.
try to stabilize him, I guess, a little
Or-
bit.
We'll probably have to take the sword out of him first.
Oh no, I'll
Maybe
keep the
we
sword
should
in.
heal him first and then find out why the sword's in him.
Question to the DM:
Yes.
Does he resemble like maybe Marion or Aria, like the two tiefling kids that we helped in Telakis?
No, he does not.
Okay.
Question. But yeah, if you think maybe we should heal him first, and then maybe we can try to stabilize him, then we can figure out why the sword's in him. Part of me doesn't understand why he's still alive, though.
It just feels very something doesn't feel right about this.
Right.
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'll give him 5 HP.
All right. So you use your lay on hands and you heal him up for 5, and you feel him twitch as this magic is administered to him. You feel his body kind of twitch for a moment, and then slowly he begins to set upright before you see him kind of clutch at his chest right below where the sword is meeting. Oh, goodness. No. Oh, I should lay down.
Yes.
Oh. How did... Oh no. Where am I? Who are you?
My name.
We found you stabbed and partially buried.
Oh. Oh no. And the sword. How was it there when you found me?
Yes.
Yes?
Oh, great. They found me and left me for dead then.
Who
Who?
found you?
Uh, to put it simply, I angered some mercenaries.
What's their faction or name?
That I don't know. Just know that they were after something of mine. A book, in fact.
Where would that book be now?
And you see him begin to feel around his pockets. Oh, goodness. Oh, no.
What kind of book?
Well, funny you should ask. It's an experimental tome of mine. I was practicing going beyond the limits of known magic. That book contained several experimental 10th level spells.
Right.
And that probably won't be good in somebody else's hands.
Oh, no, not at all. In fact, we are very much in trouble.
Jimmy. So what's your name there, friend?
I'm Ernest.
And just wondering, are one of those spells the reason why you're still alive after being impaled?
No, but whatever the reason I am still alive, I'm thankful for. But I'd imagine it has something to do with this blade, which doesn't feel very comfortable.
Yeah, it's there's some necromancy energy flowing through that blade that I picked up.
Oh, gods, I'm a zombie.
I
I
don't
can-
think so, otherwise you wouldn't have a heartbeat, would you?
Is that how that works? I suppose you're right.
Um, that's a good question. I'm not particularly versed in necromancy, just normal medicine.
Neither am I.
That book needs to be recovered, or we might see parts of the continent erased.
Okay, well that is definitely not good. Look,
Where were you coming from?
Let's see. Let's retrace your steps. I was coming from Canesmith. Ah, we're not too far.
Yeah, it's just north of here.
Oh, it's all
Oh.
coming back to me now. I had this blade forged for me, and here it is in my chest.
anything particularly special about that blade that you know of?
Well, I had it crafted by one of the smiths there to be to also serve as a spellcasting focus.
Oh, you cast spells with that sword?
Indeed.
So it's safe to assume that you're some kind of mage or wizard then, yeah?
Yes, of course, with the book in question.
So would the
Right.
necromantic energy most likely come from that, and not any particular curse or enchantment?
Well, considering I didn't put the blade here, I would imagine that I was perhaps ambushed and they put some kind of curse or something on me. Maybe if they couldn't figure things out with the tome, they're going to come back and question me.
Just,
That seems like a reasonable possibility.
just making sure. Do you mind if I do a insight check? Just make sure this guy's like telling the truth, or it doesn't seem too dishonest.
Yeah, go for it.
That's a 12.
The most you're able to really pick up is that he's very perturbed about whatever's happening.
So if I touch this blade, would anything happen?
Well, I suppose it's hard to say. If you said there was necromantic magic on it, who's to say that it wouldn't spread or it wouldn't just kill me if someone else touched it?
Now, part of me wonders if curing you of that would just end up killing you, or if it would save you. I'm not really sure.
I feel like removing the blade would probably kill me with necromantic magic.
Well, here's the thing. Do you mind giving us a moment here?
Yes.
I'll huddle with everyone else and say, so right now we know that his hometown is near Cold. Would you all rather go up there to possibly return him and then move on to Cold? Or would you rather go to Cold with him and then try to figure things out?
I don't know.
I think the path that requires him to walk around with a sword sticking out of him for the smallest amount of time would be best.
That's
Yeah,
a good point.
I kind of don't like the idea of bringing someone like Handel's mentioned with a huge freaking blade sticking out of his chest. So I think probably safe to say it's head to Canesmith first. I mean, the distance seems the same either way.
Yeah,
Be it.
we're not too far.
Yes, and we could avoid the mountain ranges.
Yeah,
So
it's very true.
can I say we go for it then? I would say since what time is it now, I guess, for us?
I'd say, having traveled a bit more, it is nearing about 7 p.m.
I guess with how things are looking now, it might be best just to make stop or rest at Canesmith and then continue tomorrow.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Me too. Maybe they have some good food there too.
All
Then
right.
I'll let our friend know here. We'll take you back to your hometown here, and maybe they can kind of help you out here a little bit more. We can try to help you out a little bit, but we're also on a time crunch here. But we can at least get you back.
Right, thank you for that. Yes, if you wouldn't mind helping after your business as well, that would be greatly appreciated. As I said, with that book in their hands, it's very likely that catastrophic things could happen. I mean,
It's duly noted.
Yeah,
cataclysmic, even.
we wouldn't want that. I mean, but yeah.
I mean, if they manage to figure things out as early as tomorrow morning, we could wake up and there could be a massive hole from Aaron Gate to Shamhide.
Well, before we move on here, what date do you think it is right now?
Well, I know it's a year of 25. Yes.
Is it the year 25?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Um,
I guess, yeah.
early winter.
Do we know if it's early winter?
Yes,
Yeah.
you know that lines up.
Okay,
Oh,
cool.
man.
This checks.
are you fine walking with that, or do you need someone to carry you?
Well, let's find out. And he gets to his feet, and he begins. He takes about 2 steps before he nearly collapses. Let's go with a bit of help.
All right. He just walks over, just picks him up.
Oh, yeah, there's a sharp pain that shoots through me. Never seem to move.
It's probably to do with the sharp thing that's in your chest.
Yes, I imagine it's quite piercing.
It certainly is.
But
Yeah, you are able to carry him easily enough. He just kind of goes slack in your arms. He does not seem to be resisting.
Here's Talos making all the dad jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we go Kingsmith.
All right. You all begin to make your journey to Canesmith, and I think that is where we're going to call today's session.
Cool.
yay!
All right.
Awesome.
So I have quite a bit to prepare for Canesmith.
Oh,
You have round 2 here soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys
Yes, sir.
enjoyed?
Yes.
Of course,
Absolutely.
always.
Absolutely. Thank you for the session.
Of course.
And now I have more shinies.
You sure do.
I guess when will next session be? Since I know we usually do it like every.
So
Like
we
we
won't
usually-
be meeting next week since a few people have a few things going on. We won't be meeting next week. We let's see, the 1st of April. Does anyone have anything that they are keen on doing on April Fool's Day that will require them to miss?
Nope.
Good thing.
I'm a silly little guy on the daily, so nothing new there.
All right. And I
Yeah.
suppose our next session will be on April 1st.
Nice.
Awesome.
We can be fools together.
Yeah.
We're always fools.
Fools.
Yeah.
Fool of a took.
We will be back then. But chat, we will be back with another campaign tonight. So come back and see us for very good time with the Villains campaign. Come back and see us for episode 2 of The Infamy of Yulia. And I'll be playing, and Query will be DMing.
Nice.
Yeah. Chat, we will see you tonight. Come back and see us at 7:30 p.m. EST. Bye, chat.
All right.
Bye bye.
Bye,
Bye.
Bye.